Coffs Harbour High School is a local state government high school located on Gombungia country. In 2024, the school had just below 800 enrolments. Over 9% of these students identify as First Nations or Torres Strait Islander people. Almost 20% of the school's population has a language background other than English, while 70% of the total population comes from low-income families. Additionally, there is a substantial amount of Sikh community members that attend the school who are followers of cultural clothing and attire practices. The school has a central priority of inclusivity and a focus on learning support and improving attendance records. Studies say that to improve participation and engagement for low-income and diverse students, culturally entwined pedagogies and approaches are necessary. First Nations students are also shown to benefit from learning environments that are respectful and incorporating of their cultural perspectives and practices. Due to the school context, the Teaching Games for Understanding model is the most suitable pedagogical approach for delivering practical PDHP lessons. The TGFU model prioritizes decision-making, tactical awareness, and problem-solving before technical skills. This will better allow for each student to participate meaningfully with each task. The TGFU model aligns closely with New South Wales PDHP K-12 syllabus, emphasis on collaborative, inclusive, and diverse movement experiences. Research has shown that TGFU increases active participation, motivation, inclusion, and enjoyment in diverse classes by focusing on understanding and engagement rather than elite performance. Volleyball is a world game played across many countries and competitions, including the Olympics and SEA Games. Volleyball comes under the netball games categories of games and sports. This category includes sports such as badminton, tennis, and the traditional Southeast Asian sport of sepak takraw. Hopper and Bell, 2001, state netball games are defined by positioning to attack space, defending space, and applying shot placement to force errors. Volleyball shares these fundamental principles of a team or player sending an object over a net and into their opponent's area, whilst trying to prevent their opponents from successfully returning the ball. Net and war games like volleyball share transferable tactical skills, including defending space, creating attacking opportunities, anticipating ball movement, placement, and speed. Mitchell, Oslin, and Griffin, 2013. The comparisons between volleyball and other netball games are as follows. Spatial awareness. Players position themselves in zones to reduce gaps in defense. In games like tennis and badminton, players cover angles to reduce areas of open space. Exploiting weaknesses. In volleyball, players will take advantage of gaps in defense and player attention, whilst other sports will take advantage of an opponent's movement speed and transitions from backhand to forehand strikes. Creating and applying pressure. Power serves and spikes cause mishits or weak returns. This is a fundamental across all netball games. Transition from defense to attack. In volleyball, when a team receives the ball, they will shift from a defense position into an attacking formation. Whilst in other sports in the category, once returning a defensive strike, the player will position themselves in an area that better enables them to go on the offensive. Patience. Rallies are a continued back and forth play that is consistent across each net and wall game. Sustaining a rally until you get an advantageous strike or the other team makes a mistake is also a shared tactical component of any net wall game. Research supports that catered modifications to each net game will increase accessibility, participation, and positive outcomes. This is particularly true in mixed ability groups, from Harvey and Pill, 2016. To increase positive engagement, the following modifications can be incorporated. Modification 1. For mixed ability support. To support the active participation of students with less technical abilities and tactical awareness, a catch and throw ruling accompanied with differing balls such as beach or gym balls should be used. Grenier 2006 states that adaptations to equipment supports engagement for students with disabilities or lower skill levels. The larger, lighter balls, in allowing of catching the ball, slows the game down and reduces the barrier of participation that accompanies a limited skill. Modification 2 for religious inclusion. The female members of the Sikh community may have traditional clothing customs. These garments can be restrictive to movement and participation. Modifying tasks to support cultural inclusion is a necessity. Flory and McCourty, 2011. To support the inclusion of these students, reduced court size and net height are applicable modifications. The smaller area and lower net height reduces the requirements of rigorous movements that would be hard to be performed in traditional garments, or they may cause issues regarding the positioning of their clothes across their body. This modification will also assist the participation and development of the mixed ability students. Modification 3 for First Nation inclusion. First Nation students commonly have a disconnection with traditional education systems. With a nearly 30% greater school dropout rate from years 7 to 10 compared to non-Indigenous students, statistics given by the Australian Government. By incorporating Indigenous activities into learning, we are able to create a greater connection between the school environment and its First Nations students. A way to incorporate the Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander cross-curricular priorities is to modify gameplay to be similar to traditional First Nation games. Woolly Genie is a game that is very comparable to volleyball. Both games involve teams that strike a ball over a barrier towards another group of participants. This task will help engage First Nation considerate students whilst allowing them to practice the skills and tactics of volleyball and to evoke a positive connection between schooling and themselves. For the assessment piece, the practical component will reflect closer to a traditional volleyball match, whilst also incorporating some of the modifications discussed earlier, such as differentiation to the balls used and the height of the net. The students will be tasked with performing volleyball skills with a priority towards tactical maneuvers of the game and of the greater net war game category. After that, they will conduct a self-reflection on their engagement and performance, where they will score their engagement and participation against the supplied matrix. During the practical component, the teacher will conduct a GPAI, Game Performance Assessment Instrument. The GPAI is an observational tool that focuses on decision-making, skill execution, and tactical awareness within gameplay, rather than isolated technical prowess. The GPAI uses a matrix that scores decision-making, team support, cover defense, situational adjustments, skill execution, and general positioning during gameplay, and has been confirmed as a valid and effective assessment tool. Mehmet and Harvey, 2010. This task works towards developing and meeting the critical and creative thinking general capability through the focus of tactical awareness of net war games and reflective activities, and aligns with curriculum aims of valuing movement, competence, social collaboration, and lifelong participation.